Marla Taylor of Taylor Advising, and we are going to be talking about how businesses can make better decisions by including the voices of those that they will impact. So, Taylor Advising, this is what you do.
Yeah.
You do it in the community, you do it with organizations that you work with to help them further their impact, and you also do it within your own business. Do you mind walking us through the baseline of what that looks like? And if you have an example, I would welcome that. And I would just, love to dive into it.
Sure. So I think everything about what we do at Taylor Advising is always rooted in community first. So if you're working to address inequities in education, making decisions about how to improve that has to start by understanding the needs of students, teachers, parents, school administrators, and having those folks at the decision-making table when you build a strategy for how to improve it, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true no matter what issue you're working to address, no matter who your customer base might be. And so we often develop strategic plans for the organizations we support. And the first thing we do is talk to the people who are most impacted by the work that they do and their mission, and bring their voices forward. So we do a lot of one-on-one interviews and focus groups and surveys and town halls. We get into community to really understand the experiences of people who are having that lived experience with any number of issues or challenges or opportunities. And I can say one really strong example of that is in the issue of affordable housing and homelessness. We've had the opportunity to work with so many organizations who are invested in that space over time. And I think oftentimes people can go to school, you can get your master's degree, you can get your PhD in addressing issues around homelessness and safe and affordable housing or being in real estate. And you have this level of expertise where you can go do a job and decide how you're going to address that. But that never matches the understanding and reality of someone who doesn't have a safe place to sleep at night. And I think as a society, we discount the voices of people who have that lived experience every day. And so our whole philosophy is to flip that and to center the voices of the people who know they know what they need better than anyone else. We all do in our own experiences.
Right.
So we always make sure to bring those voices forward for the organizations we work with before we ever put pen to paper on strategy of how they'll better address those needs. So as a company, when we think about our clients or the community we serve, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think we don't make decisions about our strategy as a business or the kinds of organizations that we choose to work with without understanding what the needs are in the community around us, what other resources exist. Sometimes it may not be the best course of action for an organization to work with a firm like ours. They may have the resources themselves, and we wouldn't know that until we really took the time to understand what those needs and resources look like first. So we spend so much of our time in community researching challenges and opportunities, what's happening at the State House, what's happening in city county council meetings, what's happening in neighborhood associations, what's going on in the school board, in neighborhoods, to understand, okay, how and where can we truly have an impact where there's a real need. And I think that's maybe a different approach than a lot of for-profit businesses would take to make sure that there's kind of a market for their work. We're really always thinking about how we can have an impact in helping move the needle on social issues. And that learning evolves every day because so much changes in our community every day too.
Yeah, agreed. How does one start that, I guess? And I mean, I definitely see more of the application in nonprofit businesses because they're focused on serving, but I've also seen this shift in a lot of for-profit spaces where companies are being more socially responsible and socially conscious. So what can that look like on either side of it? Like, how do you get started? How do you know really who to ask?
Yeah, I know that